Hello everyone. Today's lesson we will talk about Oracle PL SQL exceptions. So I have made a list of some exceptions, inbuilt exceptions in PL SQL, and starting with no data found, then too many rows, zero divide, invalid number, row type mismatch, cursor already open, case not found, invalid cursor, and others. So there are also exceptions, but I have covered up some most frequently used exceptions, which. So we will start with no data found and see how we will actually here in no data found we will work with our dual table, which is pseudo table in PL SQL in Oracle. So we have just created a select statement which with a condition false, which will always give a false condition and retrieve no data. So first let us see what this actually give us result. No data found. See, it is throwing an exception. If you write this code anywhere in your program, it will just, I'm not catching the exception, but now I will catch the exception. Exception when no data found, then dbms output dot print print line no data found. Now I will run this. Okay. There is a mistake. It will not print line, it will put line. Okay, set server output 1, server output 1, no data found. You can see this is the message I have been printing. Just make it uppercase so that you understand well. No data found. Now I will just go for a second one, which is too many rows. So what I will do, I will just here I use one inbuilt table. So I will take a type of date, and I will, there is a table called employee attendance, which have multiple rows consist of duplicate date values. So select ATTN date into DT from employee attendance, where attendance exception when too many rows. Too many rows occurred. Okay, too many rows occurred. So I can show you also, but here you can understand that ATTN date is a in a row, in a table where there are multiple rows. If I suppose you, if I comment this section, exception section, and now you see Oracle itself will exact fetch returns more than one requested number of rows. So this is how we catch too many rows exception. The next one is zero divide. So in zero divide, I will again, let's put a CLS here. We will again use the dual function. Select 1 by 0 into make it, now we will not erase this one, into x from dual. Now we will run this first and see what message Oracle gives. Divisor is equal to 0 at line 5. It generated an error. Now I'll catch the exception. So this is the exception, 0 divide, 0 underscore divide. I'll just put underscore divide into this and catch this exception. Divisor should not be 0. Divisor should not be 0. So this is the third one, where we attempt to assign holder a number which is actually we are attempting to divide by 0, and it is raising an exception, and we have just catched the exception with which this PL SQL exception. The fourth one is invalid number. So invalid number is, what is actually invalid number? Invalid number is when you attempt to, suppose we can convert this, suppose 234. Now if we, this is a character set of characters here, because we have done put it in a single quote, under single quote. Now we remove this catch exception, and we will just try to run it. Okay, just keep this one. Say we will print the number x and see the result. 234. Now what we will do, we will put one a before 234. So this is not a number. Now see what PL SQL does. Invalid number. So it throws an error and program is halted. Now I will just open my exception, catching exception, and put it invalid number. And here we will put you have provided one invalid number. Okay, let's see what happens. We'll execute. You have provided one invalid number. So this is how invalid number exception is catched. The next one is, we will go for row type mismatch. This is a there is a procedure I've already written, and I'll just include that one. Don't want to waste time, because writing this will cost a lot of time. So let's clear the screen and go to the program and see. Here what happens, if you have used table name percent row type, declare variable of table name percent row type, and you have also used cursor or sysref cursor. So this is a program where I am using sysref cursor, and what exactly I have been done, which is actually correct, which should be correct, that I have declared this employee underscore master percent row type, and here also I should have done open refcar for, which is the sysref cursor, for select star from employee underscore master. Instead of that, I have done what? I have done select star from section underscore master. Now row type is of employee underscore master table, and cursor is written on the table based on section underscore master. So when I am fetching this ref cursor, after opening the cursor, when I am fetching into emp, it should definitely throw an error, which is actually row type mismatch. So I'll just comment this section and see what happens. Return type of result set variables or query that do not match. So both of them are not matching. So error is actually generating from this fetch refcar into emp. So now I will just open the exception section, and there's invalid row type message. Just make it in caps. Or row type mismatch. This is not a correct proper interpretation, but still I need to see the result here. Invalid row type or row type mismatch. So I have catched the exception, and this is how I will catch. This is how I can catch the exception when the row type is mismatched. The next one is cursor already open. So for this also I have already written this is not a very complicated program. This is actually a program where I have attempted to open the cursor twice. I have opened it, then again I have opened it. This is the cursor rec is select star from employee master, open rec. So I'll just do one thing. I'll just close this one and open this and see what happens. Okay, there is exception. Okay, this should be commented. It's done, no error. Now I'll open, also uncomment this one and open the cursor twice. Cursor already open. Okay, open this one. You have opened the cursor again without closing. You have opened the cursor again without closing. So this is you can check whether you have reopened opened the cursor twice after without closing it. So whatever, if we do one thing, if we close this one, close rec, what will happen? I think I have written yes. So this is working, exception is not raised. So this is the cursor already open exception. Next is case not found. Case not found is if you have done switch case in C programming or select case in Visual Basic or Visual Basic.net, there is a select there is a case statement in PL SQL. So in case statement, what happened? You can catch, you write the case, and in that you go for options. Just let us see the program. This is a case statement. You go for options. If suppose case x, we have set a value for x, declare x number, set a value for x, and case x when 1, then I have to just printed some statement when 2, when 3. You can get numerous number of options. I have created intentionally, I have created an error here. What I have done, I have done x equal to 2, and then I have just given only one option. So now there are no other options, and what will happen? Let's see. Okay, first let's see if we just match this one. When 2, x equal to 2, and we have given when 2. You are inside case 1. Okay, it's I've not changed this one. You are inside case 2. You are inside case 2. Now what we will do, we will just make it 1. Case not found while executing case statement. Exception is Oracle PL SQL is throwing an exception, and I'll definitely catch this exception, and this exception will definitely be outside case statement. It will be at the end of the block, or wherever you write the case statement you want to throw it. I mean catch the exception. So I have given it case not found. Okay, so make it in caps, case not found. Clear screen. Case not found. So this is the case not found exception, and next one is invalid cursor. So what is invalid cursor? What is invalid cursor? Invalid cursor. You want to fetch record from a cursor when the cursor is not opened. That is invalid cursor. So this is a very simple program. I've just see. This is a cursor AQ select start from employee master. There is a %row type variable where I will fetch the record. I've opened the record which has been commented. Fetch it into rec employee cursor into the %row type variable. Exit when cursor person not found, and then the exception. So first I will uncomment open rec, close this one, and this is a normal program. No error will be generated. Okay, it's done. We can also print one statement. That will be better to understand. So suppose rec dot int name. Int name is a field name in the employee master. Okay. Just a moment. Int name. Okay, I forgot to give the semicolon. So it will provide all the name. Buffer overflow. I'm not interested with solving this one now. So now what will I do? I will close this one. I'll not open the cursor and attempt to fetch the record. Invalid cursor. Okay, this is an exception generated by PL SQL. I'll open the exception. Invalid cursor might cursor is not opened. Might cursor is closed. Invalid cursor, might cursor is closed. So this is how you can catch exception if you accidentally not open the cursor. and the last one is others. Others is just anything. You put others anywhere in all of this cursor exception, PL SQL exception. You just push others and exception will be cached. Okay, you just put others. If you don't know, you just put others. But here the others has a problem that you cannot exactly, if there are more than one exception raised in your program, and you just kept one exception handler at the end of the block, bottom of the block, and you put others there, it can raise the catch the exception for any of the exception, and it will not determine, you cannot determine from which section the error is actually raised. So this is all about our PL SQL exceptions I have given here. I hope I will come up with more PL SQL exceptions. There are many more, which is also very important. So that's for now, and I hope you understand this. If you have any doubt or query, do comment on my video, and do subscribe to my channel if you like the video. Press on like button, and also do press on unlike button if you don't like the video. Thank you very much.